The government seems happy with the deal they have negotiated with Trump. In return for the U.S. reducing the tariff from 25% to 19%, Malaysia is abolishing all taxes on 11,000 U.S. products entering Malaysia. Why is Malaysia so stupid as to accept only 5% of the value when we can get many times more? That's a direct quote, from Dr. Mahathir Mohamad. A really striking statement.
It certainly is. Very pointed language.
Yeah, it makes you immediately question the whole thing, doesn't it? Like, was Malaysia really taken for a ride here? What's your first thought when you hear that?
Well, it's designed to provoke, right? And it definitely worked. When people online, particularly netizens using AI tools to sift through data, started looking into it, the picture got, well, a bit more complex.
Okay, so what did they find? Let's break it down. The U.S. tariff cut 25 down to 19%. That part's true.
That part checks out, yes, confirmed. But the next bit about Malaysia abolishing all taxes on 11,000 U.S. products, that's where it gets nuanced.
Okay. How so?
Malaysia did offer tariff reductions or eliminations on roughly 98.4% of product lines. That's about 11,260 items, so the number is close.
Right.
But, and this is the key thing, only about 61% of those items are said to become zero-rated, completely tariff-free.
I see. So not everything.
No, not at all. The rest, that other 30-something%, they're just getting reduced tariffs, not zero. So it wasn't a total wipeout of taxes like the statement kind of implies.
Okay, that does change the perspective quite a bit. It's not the sort of all-or-nothing deal it sounded like initially. What about the rare earths part? The idea that Malaysia's essentially giving away valuable resources.
Yeah, that was another big claim. There's some truth mixed in, but it's also maybe overstated. Malaysia agreed not to slap export restrictions on rare earths.
Which benefits the U.S., presumably. Gives them easier access.
Exactly. It could help ensure their supply chain. But we couldn't find any, official confirmation from the Prime Minister's office about an explicit exclusive supply deal. And the value argument that raw rare earth is only worth 5% unless processed, or could be worth 30 times more with downstream processing. Well, that's presented more as an economic argument or opinion.
Not like a hard, verified fact based on the deal itself?
Precisely. It's an assertion about potential value, not something you can point to in the agreement text and say, see, bad deal. It depends heavily on market conditions, processing capabilities, investment, lots of factors.
Got it. So more of an economic viewpoint being layered onto the trade facts. And this statement from Dr. Mahathir, it really set off a firestorm online, didn't it? Lots of discussion.
Oh, definitely. A huge range of opinions.
Yeah, I saw a lot of skepticism. Many netizens seem to agree with Dr. Mahathir's take, calling it a lose-win situation for Malaysia. There was one comment that really captured that feeling, something like, they reduced just by 6% while we abolish 100% tax on 11,000 of their products. Where's the logic? From what I see, we're on the losing ends. That feeling of imbalance was strong for many.
Understandably so. If you only look at those specific tariff numbers side by side, it seems lopsided on the surface.
But there were other views too, right? More strategic takes.
Yes, exactly. Some argued this wasn't just about tariffs in isolation. They saw it as part of a larger strategic trade and investment framework.
Meaning long-term benefits beyond just the immediate import-export taxes.
Right. Things like significant Malaysian investments planned for U.S. tech sectors. The goal there is partly about knowledge transfer, maybe fostering high-tech jobs back here in Malaysia eventually.
Okay, so investment flowing out, but with strategic aims.
And conversely, the deal helps secure Malaysia's access to crucial things from the U.S., like liquefied natural gas, which is important for energy security, and also advanced high-tech equipment needed for our own industrial growth.
So it's a much bigger picture, a kind of give and take across different areas, not just tariffs.
It seems that way. It's a complex web of interests, energy, technology, investment, alongside the trade flows.
Which brings us back to the rare earths, too. That debate about processing them here domestically to capture more value versus the environmental risks. That's always a tough balancing act.
A very tough one. You have the clear strategic and economic appeal of moving up the value chain, getting more than just the price for raw materials. But then you have the environmental concerns and, memories of past issues with facilities like Lena's are still fresh for many people.
Yeah. So how do you even tell in these massive deals what's genuine long-term strategy versus just political rhetoric or maybe posturing?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Leaders are constantly juggling. They have to manage public perception, which often focuses on simple numbers, like that 6% versus 100% comparison. But they're also dealing with these really intricate long-term agreements with multiple, sometimes hidden strategic goals.
So different people looking at the same deal can see completely different things depending on what they value most.
Absolutely. That's why you hear arguments like, no one is entirely right or wrong. Is it fair based on tariffs alone? Maybe not. Is it beneficial strategically in the long run? Perhaps. It depends on your perspective and what you prioritize. Immediate trade balance, future tech gains, geopolitical alignment.
So it really started with this very strong, almost stark claim about a bad deal. But when you unpack it, there are layers. Verifiable facts, yes, but also strategic intentions, economic arguments, and just a whole spectrum of how people interpret it all.
Indeed. It shows that understanding these big national decisions means you really have to look beyond the headlines, beyond those first easy-to-grab numbers. You need to try and see the full strategic context, the potential long-term plays.
The real value might not be just in the tariffs cut today, but in what's being set up for tomorrow.
Exactly, even if it's not immediately obvious or easy to quantify right now.
Remember to like and subscribe for more.